Beti Kamya, Uganda is implementing the local governance system at the local level, where power is left to the people.
Is it?
Yes, it is, as per the Act. And we are looking at a federal system of governance where you're saying power is going back to the people. And we know that in the federal system of governance, there will also be administrative units at that level. And therefore, certain people will still have power. So how are we going to ensure that the mismanagement and the corruption you're talking about will not actually be taken to that level?
You know, there's no power to the local government. Power is where money is. You cannot pretend to have power if you don't control money. Which power? When all the money is sent from Parliament, at the discretion of Parliament, you don't know how much money you make, you only receive a pittance. You call that power? Power is where there's money. And when federal governments have power, they will be in control. They will collect taxes, keep 75%, send to the central government 25%. Then they will have power. If you don't control money, my friend, you're deceiving yourself. You don't have power.
Okay, a gentleman in a court, yes.
My concern is on how Uganda Federal Alliance has looked into the issue of poverty alleviation, more especially the smallholder farmers that contribute 90% of the GDP. Thank you.
First of all, the farmers do not contribute 90% to GDP. They contribute 15% to GDP. That is what has happened. You are talking about the 60s. It is in the 60s where agriculture used to contribute 90%. Then people were empowered, were working, were productive. In the 1990s, the contribution of farmers to GDP went down to 46%. As we talk today, read the President's State of the Nation address and the Minister of Finance State of the Nation address. The farmers are still 80%, but their productivity has dropped from 90% to 15%, which is a terrible, deplorable situation. It's the worst in the world. But to answer your question, what was your question? How am I going to alleviate poverty? I started by telling you the reasons for poverty. The reasons for poverty, you are in Rakai, you are in Moroto, you are in Kabale, you are in Kutgum, you are in Kampala, you are anywhere. Whatever you do is taxed. But the tax goes out of the region to Kampala. Even when you die, your dead body is taxed. You don't get the dead body out of hospital until you pay. And if you want to be buried decently, you are taxed for being buried on the coffin. You pay tax on the coffin. All that money is siphoned out of the people, out of the region to the center. And you know what happens when it goes to the center? A few people around the center start enjoying it. I'll give you an example. As a member of parliament, you get 15 million shillings per month as salary. You get a free car, which you can even put in the names of your son, the card. You get free medical for yourself and your family, guaranteed up to 50 million shillings per child. You get 2 million shillings per month for fuel. You get 1 million shillings per month for airtime.
Wait a minute. Isn't that so abusive to the people of Uganda? Why didn't you?
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm getting out of parliament. That is the message.
You're waiting at the end of it all. You could have seen it in the first 2 years and said, this is not acceptable to me. It's immoral.
No, it is. That's why I'm out. That's why I'm out. Now I need to understand, were those hands for him or for me? For you. No, let me tell you, Patrick, yes. Really, give me 1 second. That is why I'm out of parliament. By choice. No one is pushing me. But I looked at this. My grandmother suffers, scrapes to buy sugar for her son who is sick of AIDS. That sugar is taxed. And I find it in Kampala, and I get a salary of 50. I agree, Patrick, it is immoral. And this is the message I've gone around. And that's not even half the story. You get 10 million shillings per year as pocket money. We pretend it's constituency development fund, but you can do whatever you want with it. You travel business class, great travel opportunities, wonderful per diem. You don't even know half the story.